Yes, may I ask, who is this again?
Jeremy.
Sherry? Is that what you said?
Jeremy.
Sharony, my name is Corey Firestone. I had spoke with an election specialist a couple weeks ago. And right now, at this moment, I've just turned my camera back on, so I have documentation. I've been given the runaround, and I'm simply trying to get basic clarification. Um, I've received a document that I had requested from my county clerk or the election coordinator within this county, Tuscola County. So I reside within the 84th district. We are a multi-county district. The last election specialist that I spoke with, after having spoke with the clerk, my county clerk, whom I actually had obtained the document from, she's the lady that mailed it to me. She told me that if I were to turn it into her, she's not quite certain how that would work, considering that I would be turning it into her, but Huron County, the other county that's within this multi-county district, would not be receiving it. So the last election specialist, hence why I'm now under the assumption, in not only assumption but correctness, in believing that I have to turn my document in to the Bureau of Elections. The last election specialist that I spoke with informed me that I'm not going to be able to turn it in till either June or July. And so I'm just curious to know what the delay is, why I would have to wait that long, or what. Do you see what I'm trying to inquire about? I mean, can I turn it into the same lady that I received it from?
So, if it's a
And don't insult my intelligence. The receptionist hung up on me, completely
if it's a
disrespectfully.
if it's a multi-county district, it does go to the Bureau of Elections.
Thank you. Okay, so I was
So,
correct.
can you tell me, and I apologize, which district you were running?
The 84th district. That would be Huron and Tuscola County.
Okay. And
And as a write-in candidate, I have to turn it in to the Bureau of Election. But that what I'm trying to get clarification on. If I were to come in there, let's say tomorrow, which I'm not, but let's say I were to come in there tomorrow, am I not going to be able to, turn that in? Because I'm definitely wanting to turn it in person and document it, so that it doesn't end up in a paper shredder and no one can say, well, we never got it. That's the main reason I haven't
okay.
mailed it.
So, first of all, um, we are only taking people by appointment. So you would have to
Okay.
make an appointment to turn anything in. We are not open every day for the public. So, you have to give me a moment here. So you want to be a write-in candidate for state representative?
I'm going to be running as a writing candidate for state representative. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Not I want to, but I am going to be. Yes.
Okay. You have to give me a moment because write-in candidates are a bit different.
Which is understandable.
You do need to.
They actually have a lot of significance in election history. I've done a lot of research.
Okay. So you need to submit your declaration of intent. And so are you going to plan on being a write-in candidate in the August primary
Nope,
for
November
party,
in
or
the
in
general
November?
in the actual November election. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in the November general. Okay. Um,
And I have filled out the application for the U.S. Taxpayers Party and whatnot, but I like my no party affiliation.
okay. Okay. So, so you want to go direct, so we don't want to be on the primary, on the,
No.
um, so you just need to know who to turn your form in
Yes,
to.
just simply to turn it in, and and I mean, if you're able to help me, and maybe you're not, maybe you'll have to get more clarification yourself. But when I turn my document in to the Bureau of Elections, I would like to be able to come in there with not a huge group of people, but a couple other people, and have myself recorded turning that in. Because I'm not wanting it, I'd like to have video evidentiary proof that it has been returned. You see? I just like with a lot of the history and a lot of the stuff that I know, people that try to do, a campaign like this tend to.
Sir, if you'll let me speak,
Yep,
we're not
all yours.
allowing that right now because of the COVID-19.
Okay.
If you wanted to do something like that, I would recommend you wait until after some of the restrictions have been lifted. As of right now, we are only letting the candidate or one representative into the office to file.
Okay, so I mean, I could theoretically, and then have like my friends stand outside of the building and record, but I could definitely come in and do that then, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And, I think it might be possible if we had an extra staff person there to take a picture, but we're not going to record you filing.
No, well, I mean, I'll have my GoPro on, but you know, I just see what it comes down to, and like knowing the information that I know and have on hand, it seems to be that like if I were to turn it in, it wouldn't be far fetched to think that somebody might, I don't know, put it into a paper shredder. That's like when I asked my county clerk, well, what. Am I going to get a receipt or something to prove that, I've turned it in? And she didn't quite even understand what I was trying to ask. But it's, no, I mean, I get it, but.
Sir, I will tell you that offends me because I take those filings and we
You
don't
do?
put them
Okay.
in paper shredders.
Well, and I'm not saying Michigan, but there's.
We give you a receipt. You leave
Okay.
with a date-stamped copy of all of the paperwork that you filed.
Okay. All right. And I appreciate that. I had no idea.
We give you
Okay.
a receipt. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look up the deadline, and then I want to be certain that you do file with us, and you do have the right to do that in person, and then we can either make you an appointment, or you can wait until after the May 15th order has been lifted a little bit.
Okay.
And then we can make you an appointment, and then we might have a little bit more freedom.
So it'd be probably easier just to wait then, in other words.
I think you'd be better off to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish.
Right.
But I want to make sure that I give you the correct deadline to file that declaration of intent. Now, do you have the form?
Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. And notarized. Already filled out and notarized.
Oh,
Yep.
perfect. Okay.
It's just waiting to be turned in. That's all I'm trying to find out. I'd like to turn it in and get it going. And it even asks, like on the form, like what the finance campaign and whatever is. But I'm gonna do something different. I'm actually gonna. I've already. I went and cleared the shelf off from all the candles at Goodwill, and so I have. Oh goodness, I could probably fill up 100 different mason jars, and I'm going to be doing a thing called Freedom Flame candles, and that's going to go. I'm going to get rid of them by donations only, and so whatever somebody thinks when they fire that candle up with a flame is worth for their freedom and their liberty, well then so be it. However much they might value that as. That's my intention.
So the deadline to appear as a write-in candidate on the November general election ballot
Okay.
is 4 p.m. October 23rd.
By October. Okay. And all right, and I remember hearing that or having read that, I should say. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would suggest if you want to have some photos or some video, we wait until the restrictions are eased. We'll have more staff in the office to be able to assist you. We have all summer, plenty of time. And then you can, if we're still making appointments, you would call this number. It should only take about 10 or 15 minutes. And basically what we do is we accept your declaration of intent. We review it quickly for any omissions or errors. We date stamp it, and we we give you a copy to
Okay.
take with you as your receipt.
And that'll just for proof purpose. Okay, all right, and that's where my concern was. I mean, I just and it wasn't I wasn't referencing the state of Michigan, but like so I'm very politically active, and I've noticed that there's people that have actually had to leave the United States because they were concerned for their family safety. But when they were in politics or doing political activism, it just seemed to be that the powers that be, or your left right paradigm, didn't want to accept the fact that like they say, we might always be offered vanilla or chocolate ice cream, but sometimes somebody just wants a hot fudge sundae or a banana split, and that vanilla ice cream and chocolate ice cream doesn't so much like the competition of that hot fudge sundae or banana split. So, I mean, I've just and like I said, it's not necessarily this state, the state of Michigan, but
Appointment, and you will be all set.
okay. Well, I've got the information I need now, so I definitely appreciate that. And what was your name one more time?
My name is Jeremy.
Sharing me. Okay, and like I said, Corey Firestone. So I will definitely be having to make an appointment, but I just that was all I was trying to figure out, and the receptionist was not very supportive originally. So, what? Thank you, definitely,
You are welcome.
and you have a wonderful you as well, definitely. Bye.